What is going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be reviewing Dom Hemingway. It was a disappointment, so let's get down to the basics. I'm going to go first with the good. One of the things I liked is that it was really funny. It had a lot of good jokes, it focused a lot on comedy. That actually ended up being one of the things I didn't like, but you know, it was a very good movie. I did not just say that, but it was very funny. That's something that I liked. He cracked a lot of jokes, a lot of hilarious one-liners, some hilarious dialogue conversations, which will bring me to my next point actually, but that's the reason that I like it. Another reason I liked it is because the dialogue was fantastic. Some of the things they said to each other just left me like watching, like I was so engaged during some of the movie. I love the way they talk to each other, their British accents. British accents are just really freaking awesome. Just a very funny thing. The dialogue was just really good. Another reason that I liked it is because it had Jude Law. Jude Law was so different. He is not the normal stuck-up proper Jude Law that you will see in Side Effects or in Grand Budapest. He is the crazy outgoing Jude Law that you will see in Dom Hemingway. He is the only acting that I loved so much. He was great. I loved him. So yeah, Jude Law. Now that we're done with the good, let's move on to the bad. Some of the things I didn't like was the set design. Ugh. Set design was terrible. They had like prisons covered in green. All the houses were multicolored. It was like you were watching a freaking Disney show. That's something I did not like. Another thing I didn't like is it pretty much had no story after the 30-minute mark. The rest of it is just Dom Hemingway finding himself and everything, but that's not what it is about. This is about a safe cracker who needs his pay because he kept his mouth shut after he went to prison for 12 years. He never ratted anyone out. He finally got his pay at like the 30-minute mark. Are you kidding me? No need to explain. Another thing I'd like to say is everything besides Jude Law was a bad actor. Even the rocks were bad actors. Just kidding, there were no rocks. Everybody besides Jude Law was a terrible actor. They could not act for crap. I felt like I was watching The Room. Even the Russian dude can't act, and normally Russian accents hide terrible acting. This time it didn't. Another thing I'd like to say was overall very boring. I didn't like most of the movie because I didn't feel any motivation to watch it. Every single moment I just felt like it was supposed to be intense, but it really wasn't. I was watching a freaking episode of Dora. That was a terrible example. Anyway, I was just not engaged during most of it. Maybe the first 30 minutes because of Jude Law, but no, not during most of the movie. I did not enjoy it. Another thing I'd like to say is that they rushed it way too quickly. In the 30-minute mark, I already told you, he got his money. But really, they should have made it at like the hour and 30-minute mark where he gets his money, at like the end of the movie. Maybe he has to kill someone to get his money? Or no, maybe you just be really nice to a Russian guy and then he hands it right over. Yeah, that'll be genius. Another thing I'd like to say is the other hour was totally expendable. You could literally watch it to the 30-minute mark, pause it, and then be done. Maybe like the 35, 40-minute mark or something, just so you can see a turn of events that happens that I really didn't care for, but whatever. Anyway, you really didn't need to watch most of that movie, but I still pushed myself to watch it, because I just love Jude Law so much. So thank you, Jude Law, for making me love that movie. Or you, not that movie sucked. Not Christopher Walken. Another thing I'd like to say is he's very cheesy. No, it wasn't a good brand of cheese, like I have right here in my hand. Really nice, just like pepper in the cheese. But no, Dom Hemingway is that terrible cheese that your mom buys you and then stuffs it in the back of the fridge and you never see it. Then the next day you see it, it's all moldy. You're like, ugh, this cheese is gross. Ugh. Yeah, that's Dom Hemingway right there. You just found Dom Hemingway in the back of your fridge. That is a very moldy piece of cheese, ladies and gentlemen. So to sum this up, I'm gonna say 12 years an inmate. So thank you guys for watching, and with that, I'm gonna sign off.